What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and just want to show you guys kind of behind the scenes of the comic that I'm working on called The Eagle and the Snake. Almost finished up. I got one more page, and then that should be it for the intro. So it's 6 pages for the intro, and I'm currently moving, so that'll give me some time to move and get everything situated, and then continue the story. Um, it's gonna be hitting Patreon. Uh, I'm gonna say hopefully like if not a week to 2 weeks before the comic hits. Um, it's also gonna be hitting the so I'm hoping to do multiple versions, at least three. One for webtoons and tapas, and then another one for my web page on Tumblr. I'll link the sites below. And then the full uncensored version on Patreon. It's gonna have some like not safe for work scenes. Um, and I know there's a lot of people that get kind of crazy over it or don't like it. So I mean, you still could read the book. It's not gonna harm the story at all. Uh, uh, However, it adds more to it, if you will. So yeah, so you'll have the uncensored version on the Patreon. Plus, if you want to just read ahead of everyone else, also we'll be censoring some kind of more of violence scenes on webtoons and tapas. I know they have like some kind of I don't know. I don't want to get like kicked out, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do get like removed from webtoons. Maybe not tapas, but who knows. So yeah, so here's the big reveal, kind of, and I've always wanted to mess around with the tones. Um, I've been doing just colors recently. When I was working on excuse me, I apparently can't draw and talk at the same time. When I was working on Bubblegum, and when I was doing dark stones, and when I was just kind of messing around with the manga studio, because before that I used Paintal Sai, and that worked so well compared to like Photoshop for painting, and I got used to that, and I kind of totally forgot about the screen tones and stuff like that. So this whole book will be done in screen tones, black and white, inspired by manga and whatnot. See here, trying to kind of remove it. Again, I'm trying. One of the cool things about let's see here, hold on. One of the cool things about Manga Studio, or I'm sorry, it's called Clip Studio now, right? One of the cool things is I could add and remove tone, which is freaking awesome, I remember having the actual screen tone paper when I was in high school, and just not really knowing what to do, and once you like remove something, you can't undo it, So again, this book is kind of like The Town meets Kill Bill meets Sicario, something like that. And I've had this story. Actually, I've had multiple. I don't know if I already made a video about this. I'm pretty sure I did, where I talked about this. I had the story since I believe in high school, or like a version of it. It was totally different. It was more heroic, more superhero kind of, with their own sigils on top. And those sigils up here is inspired by a kung fu movie that I grew up watching called the Five Deadly Venoms, and I highly recommend checking that out. Um, it it, it it's like such an underrated movie, and for a kung fu movie, it's really good, because it can get super cheesy at times, when you watch a kung fu movie. But and lack story, but the story is pretty well done. It's simple, but it's kind of a revenge story as well. It's It's an awesome story. And then they came out with like, I don't know if it's called, I guess you can't call it part 2, but called The Revenge. I want to say if this is right, The Revenge of the Five Deadly Venoms, something like that. It's the same actors, kind of the same premise, where they all kind of one, like in the Five Deadly Venoms, they all have a different style, a toad style, snake style, and that's why they have the emblems on top of their mask. Except they have a Chinese mask. What else do they have? The centipede style, lizard style, and on the second one, they all need to help each other. One's blind, one can't talk, one I don't think he could walk. The other one can't see. But they all need to work together to kind of get back to the guy that did that to them, you know. And I think story wise, the second one's probably better. Action wise, the first one for sure. But and this top eagle is gonna be a brown eagle, so I gotta add another layer here and make the beak kind of a dark. Oh, you know what? I can use the airbrush. Let me add another layer. Use the airbrush. Let me minimize it here. And I could kind of clean it up. And then I can convert that into a tone by going up here. Which one is it? The check mark, I believe. And then just click this. And it turns into green tone. Which is freaking awesome. So yeah. I uploaded some pages to WEBTOONs already. It hasn't been published yet. You kind of get a preview. And what sucks about it is, I don't know if Tapas does this as well, but like you convert it down and it looks really like, I don't know, it looks pretty bad, you know? And I don't want to change the size of what I'm working on, because I'm also hoping to publish it myself and then just go to cons and sell it that way, you know? Or maybe do a Kickstarter, but I don't think that's going to happen. I've heard many nightmares about it. For some reason I keep saying on these videos, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm just thinking. So here's that. I don't think I'm going to add any more. Actually, you know what? Let me add some shadows here too. To kind of make it stand out a little bit. I think that's a little too dark. And then we'll just remove it with like and I think I'm going to keep it that way. I might remove a little bit of screen tones in the background and give it some more texture. But for the most part, I want to keep it somewhat simple. And yeah, guys, check out my Patreon. If not, follow the Tumblr, or I'll make a updated video of when the comic book hits WEBTOONs and Tapas. Again, it's all going to be free, unless if you want the uncensored version, that'll be on my Patreon for like $1, I think, $1 a month. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.